this quick video guide, we're going to see how we can export a scene developed in Maya into Lumion to continue to work with your level design and adding people, vegetation, vehicles, and many more objects that are available inside Lumion. So let's get started from the beginning. I'm going to execute this scene here by going into the settings of Lumion. I'm also going to change the language from Italian to English here. I will also go to File here and create a brand new environment so that we can see all the steps, all the process starting from Maya. So I'm in Maya right now, so I'm gonna go here to File, and this is, by the way, scene that I have created in the Maya video course. If you're interested in the video courses, you can check the channel. You will find many video courses in many software and also video guides like this. So you can see here I have this morphing animation, the character animation right there, and also have a moving cube and a moving camera. So it's kind of a mix of different situation here concerning different types of objects like NURBS objects, mesh objects, and lights. So I have pretty much everything, textures in materials. So we will see what we can export and what we cannot. So to export is pretty easy. We can go to File and go to Export All if you want to export the whole scene, or Export Selection. So for example, if I just want to export the text here and the chair, I can select that and go here to Export Selection. Now anyway, if you want to export all or single objects, you can always run through this option by clicking on this little square, and you can see that we have two options basically. We have OBJ export, FBX export for Lumion. Now in my case I've used, and I usually use, the FBX, and here I can go to Edit Presets, and right now the preset is Autodesk Motion Builder. Now you can define all different settings, like if you want to export geometry with smoothing groups, if you want the mesh to be smoothed or not. You can set here if you want animation, you can check this on or off. By the way, you can also go here to bake animation and bake it. So let's try to do that. Otherwise, it's possible that some animation will not be exported. And so you can define here whatever you want, starting from the presets. You can also save your own presets. Call it, for example, Maya to Lumion. Okay. And then close. And here we are back on. So you can still edit the presets, and right now it's Maya to Lumion. So it's pretty much the same of the Autodesk Motion Builder, but in this case I've just changed the bake animation option there, but you have a lot of options here if you want them, and if you want to set up more in a more advanced way. Otherwise, you just stick with the presets and say export all. Now I'm gonna export here, and I'm gonna overwrite this one, but you have to insert the name down here and then say export all and say yes. And this is gonna take just a few seconds. And usually it's gonna give you some warnings about probably some animation that it cannot understand, or something concerning maps and textures. So in this case, these are procedural maps inside Maya that will not probably be taken by Lumion. Now I'm gonna get back to the Lumion project. So each time you import export from any software to any software, you always need to do some fixing. You need to check what's going on. So I'm gonna go here to import into Lumion and select my Maya to Lumion project that I've just created. I'm gonna set a name here, and I can select also a folder. You can see here I've already created one folder, but you can create more. You can do new category folder. Let's call this Maya 2. And you can decide if you want to animation or edge lines. Say OK. And now we just need to wait. OK, you can see here that something is not supported and other stuff here, or wrong creation of textures. So something here will not be inside Lumion. So we need to understand then what we need to recreate inside Lumion in terms of creating materials, new textures, and so on. But this is something that we saw in the Lumion video course. So again, if you're interested in Lumion, check the Lumion video course. If you're interested in Maya, you can check our Maya video course as well. Okay, now you have to wait a little bit. Depends on how your scene will be complex and big. This is now our imported models library, and this is our model right here. So we can just click there and it's gonna be placed. Now be careful because you need to exit the import mode, otherwise it's gonna continue to insert more of this. So I'm gonna go here and change from place to select. So in this case, we just can select different parts of the model and not place more of them. And you can see here that, well, some things are animated, like the cube, but some other stuff here is not animated. Well, it's not a big deal because we have a lot of people inside Lumion that we can add. So let's make this a little bit bigger, and we're gonna make a couple of examples. Now also be careful about the direction of the normals of your Maya models, because this is kind of a ceiling, but it's visible only on this side and not on this side. So we need to fix that, and we have ways to do that in Maya and in Lumion as well, but we're just gonna be focused here on a couple of examples of how we can improve our scene using Lumion. So for example, I can add people and animal. So just gonna double click on this, and you can see here you have many animated characters. You have also static characters, depends what you like to do here. So I'm gonna place a couple of these. You also have people who are seated that you can place directly on the imported model, pretty easy. And let's also add some, well, you have a lot of different animated people and animals here. Let's also see some nature. So here you have trees and different types of trees, weeds, bushes, and all sorts of things. So I'm gonna add here a simple tree. Let's add a couple here. And just remember that this is just a preview, it's not the actual render. So when you're gonna render everything, it's gonna look amazing and realistic. So this is just an example. Again, check the Lumion video course. Okay, now we update some trees. Let's finish. Well, you have also furniture. You have a lot of stuff here for interiors, exteriors. So, and it's always updating. So you will have more and more of these as you update the software. There you go. Now this is a table, and then you have chairs and all sorts of things here. Okay, now let's finish. Well, you can also rotate, of course, and you have a lot of other tools that you can see in the video course. Now I'm gonna finish here with the transport. So here you have vehicles like sport cars and also ships and airplanes and so on. So I'm gonna place here a nice car, and well, this is gonna be it. Oh, one last thing, you also have lights. You can see that we didn't import lights from Maya, so we don't have any light except a standard skylight here. But you can see that we can easily insert lights here in Lumion to fix that issue. And also we have a possibility here to work with cameras as well. You can see that we don't have any cameras from Maya as well, but this is everything, these fixings, and we can improve the scene directly in Lumion, no problem. We have a lot of tools to do that. So this is gonna be it for this video guide. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe to the channel to support us. If you want to support us more, you can also join the channel as a supporter, and you can write your comments, which could be questions, or you can ask for assistance, or you can also give assistance and suggestions to other users just to help the community. And please check our other video guides and video courses that you find in the channel. So again, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.